Hi everybody, I'm back at the caves again today, and I want to tell you the story of this man here. This is Wally Leggat. Wally Leggat was a servant of sorts at Caver's House. He was born in 1718 and he was born with mental health problems. And Freud was what they used to call back in these days a simpleton, or other derogatory words. He was well liked. Now Wally was born the second child to his parents, Andrew Leggat and Margaret Turnbull. Now the firstborn, his brother, died at a year old, and Wally was to have two other siblings, and they were both sisters. Now Wally's brother Andrew, like I said, died at a year old, and the next sibling Betty died at 9 months, and the second sister Margaret, she grew up along with Wally here and worked alongside Wally as a servant at Caver's House. So I've come for Caver's Parish Kirk out to Caldmill, and this here, this cottage here, just this in here, is the inn that Wally and his brothers and sisters were born in. Now Wally used to travel for here every day up to Caver's House, which is about 1.5 miles behind the trees there and over the hill. Yeah folks, so I'm back at the Caver's again, or more specifically Caver's Garden Farm. Now this is where all the food for Caver's House, which is just there, it's about 3/4 mile away, was grown. Now it was Wally's job, or his duty, to come down here and gather the vegetables and stuff that was needed for the chef, so that the chef could make the meals for the Douglases. So that building through there is the farm cottage. I'm not going to run down there and disturb the folks. Obviously it's privately owned land now. And this wall here is part of the walled garden. But Wally used to have to walk down here every day. Sometimes I would assume twice or thrice a day, and gather the veggies and the food for the meals, and take it all the way back up to Caver's House. Wee view into the walled garden there. If you look on another video of mine's, you'll find I come down this way and I filmed my walk for, not just for here, for Denham up to Caver's house, and I showed the original ancient kirk walkway, and this was the same path that Wally took for his daily duties. So I'm going for here. I'll catch you up at Caver's house. So folks, I'm up at Caver's house now. And Wally used to bring the veggies all the way up for 3/4 of a mile down the road there to here and in the kitchen. Now, during this time here, Lady Douglas at the time became that fond of Willie and his family that his sister used to work in the laundry, and Willie did the odd jobs, whatever was needed, including getting the vegetables for the meals. But Lady Douglas, or Lady Cavers, was that keen on him that there was entries were put into the books for clothing bought for him in 1755, cash to William Leggat to buy him shoes. It was 1 in 6D. 1761, cash to buy Will Leggat shoes again. That was again 1 in 6. And then December of the same year, 1761, to buy Will Leggat shoes, again 1 in 6. And then in December 1766 to Lady Cavers to pay for a suit of clothes for Willie Leggat. Now, no long after that last bit, I'm assuming, I'm only guessing of course, it's thought that that statue that I showed at the beginning of the video was made in Willie's honour, and it was commissioned by Lady Douglas or Lady Cavers. And if you look at the suit on the statue, it's quite a grand suit, and so I'm assuming he was wearing that suit of clothes that's mentioned, was mentioned in the ledger there. Now, she commissioned to get that statue built of Willie, and it was put in the gardens on the other side of the house here, next to the pond, and it was presented to Willie, and once it was in place, and Willie didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. So, and legend has it again that he kicked it, and he kicked the ear off his dog, and all the stonemasons and other servants got a bit upset about it, and Lady Douglas was like, no, and they basically wanted to take it away and get it repaired. She's like, no, you leave it like that. That's added a bit of personality to it. It's Willie, and it's his statue, and he doesn't like it, so we'll leave it like that. Yeah. Now, during one of the trips down to the Caver's Garden, which you can't see now, it's the height of summer, you can't see beyond for the weeds and that. But during the trips down, the trips down there, legend has it that the chef asked him for certain vegetables, and Willie brought up the wrong vegetables, and the chef, in a fit of rage, murdered Willie. He knifed him and killed him, but to this day nobody can find Willie's grave. Nobody. So Obviously, no suit of clothes like who would know today, but something fitting for a servant. And as you can see there, the ear's missing for Wally's dog. So I'm at Kirton now, Kirton Church and Graveyard, and this here is the gravestone of Wally's family. Now I'm just got to read this out rather than telling it in my own words. In Kirton Churchyard is a small stone showing the image of an angel with extended wings, a crown, and below these a hammer indicating the trade of the deceased. The inscription reads, "Here lies the body of Andrew Leggat, late smith in Cold Mill, who died September the 6th, 1724, aged 34 years. Likewise, Archibald Leggat, his son, who died May the 4th, 1717, aged 1 year. Also, Betty Leggat, his daughter, aged 3/4. Also, Elizabeth Turnbull, his spouse, who died April the 5th, 1764, aged 73 years old. Sadly, there is no record of Willie being interred with them. To this day, nobody knows where Willie Leggat was buried at all. So there we have it, folks. The legend of Willie Leggat. The man with mental health problems who became well liked and a servant and eventually was murdered, so legend says, at Gaver's house in the 1700s. Anyway, I thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks now.